Apparently, okay, I won the war. I'm here still. I won the fucking war. And I'm not allowed, I shouldn't be swearing in the beginning of a YouTube video because it'll get demonetized. So we'll just censor that out in post. You know? Whatever. I don't care. What do I do now that I won? We could talk about anything, you know? So, I guess we'll just talk about the gunboats. That should be easy enough, right? It's just the gunboats. During the war update, you know, there was a war between Demo and Soldier. That's what the whole saga was based off. You know how we did the video on the Scottish Resistance versus the Direct Hit. That's what it was. The war update. So, because of it, Soldier won and he got the gunboats. First, you know, when it was first out, it did 75% damage reduction for self-inflicted blast damage. So when you rocket jumped, you did 75% less damage to yourself. Now they reduced that to 60% reduced rocket jumping damage, reduced self-blast damage, whatever the hell you want to call it, you know? That's it. That's it. There's nothing else to it. You just lose your ability to have a secondary, and you can rocket jump more. You know, that's all you do. You just rocket jump around. Yeah, no, fuck this. I'm done. I just want to be an editor, for Christ's sake. Why do I gotta talk, man? Whatever. Pop, just take the fucking wheel.
What? Well, I was not expecting such a short-lived victory, but I guess I'll thank Edwin for the opportunity. In all seriousness, go check out Edwin. He streams every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday over on twitch.tv/edweenie. He'll appreciate all of the support he gets, no matter how big or small. So if you're interested in things like balloons or the occasional TF2 match or whatever the him and Brandon do, go check him out. And while we're at it, I guess I'll talk about my own stuff. Every Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday, we play a Pokemon game. Right now, we're going through Pokemon Coliseum, and you're just in time to get in on the fun. More often than not, stream chat kinda picks what I say or do in these games, which there's not a whole lot of choice, but things like what Pokemon I'm gonna use and what they're gonna be named, stream chat is probably gonna pick that, and you could be a part of it. So if you like what either of us do, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon, or go over to Twitch and support Edwin. We'll really appreciate anybody that comes by. So, with that out of the way, the gunboats have a fairly simple use overall. Being able to rocket jump while taking less damage is a tremendously helpful ability. The ability of winners, fittingly enough. Competitive players have to do insane jumps in order to be effective and get to the front lines in a timely manner. After all, the enemy is most definitely going to be doing it, so you need to be able to do it as well, keeping as much health as possible along the way. After all, 60% is a lot of damage to have absorbed, and it's no wonder it's a top choice by many soldiers, casual and competitive alike. It's much of the reason that a lot of the time, the soldiers you come across simply won't have a secondary because they're using the gunboats, which is a very good alternative. I mean, if the whole point of a shotgun is to prevent a lot of the self-damage in close-range situations that a rocket launcher can lead to, and the gunboats do the same thing almost as well, why not just keep them on and have your rocket launcher, which does far more consistent damage than the shotgun can? You miss with the shotgun, you miss. You miss with the rocket launcher, you still have that splash potential. Of course, against the classes that can easily resist your explosives, you will have a harder time combating them. Things like Pyros, Demo Knights, Vaccinator Medics, all of these have the ability to combat you directly, and without access to your bullets, it'll be harder for you to outmaneuver them without a whole lot of luck, or a Vaccinator Medic of your very own. This secondary is undeniably a wonderful choice for casual and competitive players alike. Don't believe me? Let's ask Naga, who's come back to give his thoughts on the gunboats in a competitive environment, with Inferno speaking those thoughts for him. Make sure to check out the TF2 Central Discord and Inferno's channel in the description and comments below.
The gunboats are quite possibly Soldier's most influential secondary. In a game based almost entirely around the mobility of its classes, anything that can increase effective mobility will be super useful. From the very day TF2 was released, competitive players have seen the incredible power that rocket jumping gives to an otherwise quite slow class. Competitive sixes comprises of 2 soldiers, 2 scouts, a demo man and a medic. Prior to the addition of the gunboats, scouts were responsible for most of the flanking maneuvers, due to their sizable mobility advantage. Upon the addition of the gunboats in late 2009, the roamer was formed. One soldier, equipped with a shotgun, could stay with the medic, while the other roamed on the flank, occasionally bombing the enemy medic to gain ubercharge advantage. As the meta has developed over the years, both soldiers have begun to prefer using the gunboats, as sixes becomes more optimised and fast-paced. This means faster movement for the team as a whole, and more frequent, more exciting fights.
Fighting against someone with the gunboats really doesn't change the dynamic in a matchup at all. Aside from the enemy being far more ballsy with their rockets, you'll also probably be able to more easily predict what they're going to do, because what are the other options? A pickaxe? This ain't Minecraft, son. They'll realistically only have the rocket launcher and their melee to use. And if you see someone using the rocket jumper with the gunboats, make sure to pat them on the back and point them toward the nearest community college, where they could possibly grow a brain. The gunboats will probably remain a staple in the soldiers' consistent arsenal until the day that this game has the rug yanked out from under it. Competitive and casual players alike can all agree on the secondary's uses being among the most useful. Pure attacking power isn't what makes a weapon or item useful, which is a common misconception that many people can easily make. Sometimes the best offense, the best tools, the best strategy can be to go all in on that ability that you already know that you can do very well. That's all for today. Game over.